Flask number 48. Okay, a little lighter on the color. Still has that that stereotypical. It's not really light. It's not green. It's clingy. It's got some good viscosity, is what I'm trying to say. Smell-wise, I'm leaning towards a Scotch again. That nice perfume notes, sweetness at the back end. I'll concentrate. Just kind of getting those perfumey notes. Then again, I'm not like a get off my foot. Not like 100% when it comes to everything. Got the hopefully not actually. So cheers. Sticking with Scotch. A lot more. Enough to give a few of these hits off of this there. It's bringing in a lot more flavor. I don't know. Could have been that bounced off the dingleberry. A little bit of a burn with that one. Again, that kind of it's not like a see, that's just that sometimes the wording is what comes to your brain, but if I say one thing, then you're like, oh, he just drained a bottle of perfume into a glass and now he's drinking it. It's like a floralness to it. It's bringing on a little leather and tobacco, a little bit of a tobacco presence. The oak, not real. The presence of the oak, but not real strong on some of them just seem more of a white, some of them seem more of a red. Love the ones that finish off in the sherry flasks. You get that really nice berry sweetness at the end, and that's not on this one. This one is just bringing like Nihap would have said. This one's just bringing a whole. It just seems like a whole bunch of attitude and flavor happening. Just intense towards the end. It's definitely clingy. Look at all that clingy happening there. First, well, let's see. Mr. 27 and someone I don't recognize. First, Mr. 27, the two coming in on Flask number 47 is Cash is King, and I bet they're going to get rid of it. And blame the transfer of this virus was because of dollar bills from hookers' G-strings. And then an Ace Hardy, has a, looks like a taco, a birthday cake, and a party balloon. And Ace is all tattooed up. Well, he's a musician. He has 40,900 plus subscribers, and his channel is all evidently all his music videos. Yeah, okay. I don't know why you're over here unless you like large quantities of fuckery, which I can provide on a near daily basis. First in the club was Ben N, back on the podium, which, unlike the rest of the pussies on this planet, we did not cancel our drinking Olympics. It is still happening as scheduled daily. So, Ben N, Smile Money, first, second subscriber to claim first. Sorry, Ben N, you win. Sonoran Desert Prepper, really being third, same 10th. Don't sell yourself short, Judge. Mike saying fourth, being correct. Brad saying fifth, being correct. Mike again. I hope Christine gets feeling better. Yeah, me too. So my buddy Greg, who was down in Florida, and was around all sorts of people with everything from the common flu to pneumonia. Someone that was there had just gotten out of the hospital with pneumonia, and then I worked with him for 2 days. Text me late last night after the brew review and said he was in the hospital. He had a fever of over 103 and could not breathe, but he does also suffer from COPD. I talked to him, and of course, because of that, Christine made a phone call to her boss and let her know what was going on, because she is an essential worker at the hospital, and her boss said it'd be best that you don't come in until we find out what Greg has. So then I texted Greg today, and it looks like he has influenza and or pneumonia, and I'm not an expert on this, but evidently they had ordered a test for COVID-19, and when they figured out that he had either pneumonia or influenza, they canceled the test. And because supposedly, because he had one thing, it ruled out COVID-19. So I guess that's good for me and Christine. She did forward the information on to her boss, and her boss looked it all over and called her and said, from what I've seen, if they're saying that's they're, I mean, today he had no fever and he was able to breathe a little bit easier, still labored a little bit. They just figured he had one of the two of them, so he couldn't have the third. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what is worse. You know, it's like, hey everybody, don't think about baseball. You know, it's kind of like you just find out one of your good friends and someone that you're around, in this particular case, after knowing he was around people that were sick, which would have been a shame on them. And now I'm kind of wondering, it's like, you know, you want to continue with your life and doing stuff. And on the other hand, you also don't want to put yourself at, you know, unneeded risk. So it's like a couple of the things I have to do tomorrow are service calls, and I'm not even sure I even want to do those anymore. I don't know. I guess I'll play it by ear and let them know if I knock on the door and that person isn't doing a song and dance in there and dancing on the ceiling because they're in perfect health, then I'm walking away, and I can give a flying fuck about your sink. Sorry for the poor attitude, but someone else's problem isn't going to become mine, not at this time. Brad, 2 in the pink and 1 in the stank. Of course, we always like the way you think, Brad. El Tenda, guys. Oh, El Tenda, I still have to watch your last video. And yes, I am subscribed on both channels, El Tenda. Mike here, cheers, all. Cobra Burnout, I made it. Fu Master 2, just about had it. DFC, 12th. Real cool Burnout, every time you ring a cowbell, someone gets the coronavirus. Higher March 2, Lucky 13, again, feel better, Ms. Bomey. Love Ms. Bomey's response to the Super Pickle. Yeah. Hey, she's like, you gonna go do a brew review? And I go, yeah. I go, you don't have to worry about coming down today. I don't have another fucking super pickle for you. I mean, you can come downstairs and I'll show you my pickle. Yeah, it has to be my palate being off a little bit. It's just like almost every time I take a sip of this, it seems like I get a little bit different something. Boy, I really do like the follow through at the very end. It's God, I don't. It's really smooth. There's no bitterness to it. It's kind of like it's almost like the IPA's bready, kind of a breadiness right at the very end, but it has a little bit different flavor, and I'm just completely not getting any help from my senses right now of what that flavor translating into something that I remember. Other than the fact that, you know, we can just keep doing this all day long until I figure it out. Gunwild, my super pickle is resting comfortably in its banana hammock. Jolson, this video does not need more cowbell and shots. Tardisia says more cowbell, less haters. You know, maybe you guys just have to admit that you're in an elite group of, cowbellers Anonymous or something like that. I know it won't count, but it does look like it. But I'm just gonna try to bring up a little chi. I'm gonna go with the shit. Do I feel better now? Yeah. And shots. God. I guess this is just a thing that I can't seem to avoid. Can either be well built. Can either be well built or loud, but we don't appear to get both. I mean, this one's okay. I mean, the other one can get to the point where it actually kind of makes your brain hurt. It's so loud. But unfortunately, it's now a 7-shot. Gillian, Mike, I would take the new Ruger 5.7. I would fix it right away. I've been an armor for a long time. Well, maybe you should work for Ruger. And then you could get everybody's address of everybody that has bought the 5.7 to this point in time, and then drive around and fix all the rest of theirs. Hey, you might be onto something if they give you a deal on one when they start recalling them for being unsafe. Smile money. David Brown told me the 5.7 is made from Tupperware. He says yes, but it's virgin plastic. If it ain't steel, it ain't real. David Brown at home and working on nothing. Mike, I would like to buy a bunch of this sauce, but no money. Smile money, caught yourself. Your advancement advancement is notable. Boughten, laugh out loud. I went out and bought some shit this afternoon. Yeah, that's right. Hit the grocery stores. Actually, just for the fun of it, I stopped at both of my local grocery stores, and no empty shelves. Everything was all filled back up. I mean, you can get your goddamn toilet paper if you want. You know, you can only buy. I don't remember if it's one package or two. I know they had changed it. I think it's two. You can buy 2 packages of toilet paper, and they are limiting you to 4 pounds of ground beef, which means they can't even sell family packs of it anymore. So the family pack was like, I want to say it was 8 pounds and up. Man, again, I don't know if my damn palate is off or what, but I'm just like, I'm getting scotch blocked. Still, it's tasty. Yeah, the perfume is fairly, I'm just getting the, like a sweet perfume, and some oak at the back. Now the taste is somewhat similar. A sweet perfume, just like a tinge of leather and tobacco together. And an real undescribed oak at the end. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I really don't know how I feel about it yet. John Solar, that was freaking awesome. Mike, I only get $937 a month being disabled, and that isn't enough to live on. No, I wouldn't want to have to deal with that, and I wouldn't even want to have to deal with that per week, let alone for the whole month. Yeah, fuck that shit. One of the things they're saying, if you feel good and you know you don't have COVID-19, that when you get home, you know, you make sure you wipe everything down. You're always taking a shower, and then gargle with lemon water or salt water. Ooh. That definitely brings out more flavor. That shot out a whole bunch of oak. Makes me just want to shit. Cool sound effects, huh? Mike again, the best way for people to get good firearms training is to go through a military or police training course. Or wake up on a ship somewhere and be part of some kind of other country's army. Okay, you know what's not really working out for me right now is I got the heater on. It's a little cold down here, and it's causing an updraft. a little bit of wafting going. Oh yeah, it must be this. Yeah, it's not the aroma. It's the COVID thing. Oh God. And Mike has a link. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I see right there. That there is a knockoff of the light that I have from Streamlight. But I definitely like the price better on that one. It's about $300 less. Thanks, Mike. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. I don't see. Where is the power? Oh, it's on the very back. So it is a lot like the Streamlight. Yeah, that might be a doable thing. That would definitely make it. I made the comment that I'd like to find a more compact laser. And Mike has now sent me links to 2 different. They're actually flashlight lasers. See, even this guy would be a lot more presentable if it didn't have this big gap right here. If the whole thing could move in, but I do not have a mount. And I said mount. I don't have a mount that's as small as Joey's dick here. As this to bring it in. I mean, I guess I could just bring it in and, like, epoxy it right to the side of the MCK. I'm just kidding, no, I wouldn't do that. But I like this thing because it's like frickin' bright. I mean, you aim a laser at a TV and normally all those little diodes suck it up so you can't see. Oh yeah, look at the glow. Okay. I know, grow up. So, I grabbed 2 things just to do a little evaluation with your brain. 30 and 30. 30, well, actually this one's 30 rounds. 31, and I guess I could still do 31 on this, but, oh yeah, I guess I gotta go. So the length of the Huber Concepts brake. Except for what that doesn't do is this. Thanks for the link, Mike. Boco Local, today's Brew Babe looks a little off. Very fuckable, though. eBay. Why does it always do that? Depending on what browser I'm using, the video starts to play, and then it drops down 2 comments. I really like the way the mobile version is now. Comments are in its own little location. I actually feel like they finally did something up right. Yeah, I don't know what you say she's off about, but yeah, yeah, what you said. Johnny Concho, what a guy to not buy a new gun so you can buy your bride pickles. You the man. Yeah, that was my goal in life, is to see how many super pickles I could purchase. The new one's funnier than hell. I mean, the new one's the right one. The new one is the one that she had, so I don't know. I can tell the other one's kind of pissed off, though. I came home and she was sitting on the couch, and the super pickle was sitting right next to her on the her end table, and over on the other side of the living room, sitting in a chair all by itself, was the real Rick and Morty super pickle, and he wasn't even looking at her. He had his back turned and just kind of look pissed off watching TV. And I'm just like, wow, the difference in one day around here, huh? Yeah, a lot more of a bite. This one's got more of a bite up front. Some of them it kind of comes on. This one just kind of like, you know, ammo head. It's just got a bam, and then it kind of dissipates as the flavors go. God, it still smells like shit down here. Better get a thing off to Not Happy in. Okay, Flask number 48. Going with Scotch. Like a sweet perfume. Sweet perfume. Like a mix of tobacco. Trying to see if I get, you know, nothing. Tobacco and leather, and it ends with an oak. I gave it right there. It just smells like something died right there, right now. Must be a ghost fart. You know, like when when you watch those shows, they're like, right here, right here. This is it, right here. Just if you put your nose right here, it smells like shit. Right here, right here. No, it's not bad at all. Over here, not a problem at all. Right? Yeah. You guess the vegetable. You know, it has a little bit more of an ass kicking than God, it's got such a nice finish to it though, kind of as it tails off. You know, I don't know. It's just a little heavier hitter than some, and I don't necessarily know that it's an alcohol content, but it's definitely more full bodied, more flavor than yeah, I don't know. If you really like it and your ass kicked. No, see, that's, I can't really say it. It's about the ass kicking part because the Octomore, oh, that does a speedball thing right on your testicles. I mean, NIHAP is right. It messes with your brain. As of right now, I've only shared it with Matt, and of course I know NIHAP's thoughts on it, and I haven't actually seen the Whiskey Vault guys, Rex and the other guy. You know, Rex is the comical sidekick, so that I can't really throw out there what the 9.3 is like. I've seen reviews on some of the other ones, and I don't know. It has a nice finish, but it has a fairly aggressive thing going on there. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Message sent. Jolson, this video needs a basement pop. Sorry, Jolson. No soda down here. Wade, 1980 was 40 years ago. Super Pickle is the same age as my marriage. Well, congratulations. Poor Super Pickle. Poco Loco. That beer sounds like my ex. Steve, nasty, terrible piece of hammered shit brewery. Okay, well, in how Steve feels. Steve again, unemployment and drunk. Be a Democrat. Poco Loco, you said it wrong. It's plural. Chi-Cheese. Yeah, we used to have a Chi-Cheese restaurant up here. Is this the answer to what I am drinking? Amrut? Amrut regular. Amrut regular. Now this is like the third thing I've had from them, and they're all pretty decent. Okay. Okay, here's a... Take your time, we can wait. Got 4 out of 5 star review over at this site, and this one is called Amazing Grapes, and it sells for $55. $55 a bottle. So it is actually from a distillery that I have had. I've had the very first thing I had from them. I remember really liking that one. Then was it the Fusion? I don't remember what was the second one that I reviewed. That one and this one are kind of in the same category. But no, I see it. It's another. It's another Indian product from India. They do it up pretty damn good over there. It's one of those things where if it was the only thing for the rest of my life that I knew if I wanted to have being that it's from India, I can't really call it Scotch. Single malt whiskey. So I'd have to read other reviews on it. So it may just fall strictly in the whiskey department. But either way, it can't be called a Scotch because it's from India. So as far as a technicality, I do lose. I do lose on that. Wade, Brew Babe's butt to booby ratio is on point. 2 even. I figured you'd like her. She was curvy. I like curvy. Matt Davis, Washington State is under lockdown. Yeah, right. Try and stop me. Yeah, I talked to Lily today, and she's in the state of Virginia, and she says that they are on full lockdown, and rumors from reliable sources say that there's 2 different counties that are doing martial law training. Multi-Gunman, I'm far too late to give a flying fuck about who's first. I like your spirit, though. JR10 Desert Gold, thanks for the very kind words on my sauce. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Enjoying it. I think as of right now, I mean, it was in I can't remember what it was like. It's like in a pickle jar, and it was a jar about that much by that. So it was a pretty decent size amount of stuff. And see, okay, I know I'm sidetracking, Squirrel, but before I forget, because this is something that I keep forgetting to ask Tony from Satan Sauce, and I haven't asked. I should have asked Steve from Boondockers. You know, when Steve from Boondockers sent me and Christine a gallon container, I was pretty far down there as far as full disclosure. I know some people like John Solar are just gonna have a fucking wig out when they hear what I'm about to say, but you know, we had it for a couple plus months, and it was an open container that we refrigerated. And I just don't know what the shelf life is on some of that stuff. So I think we had about this much left, which would have been easily probably 2 of those small bottles left in that, maybe a little less than 2 of those small bottles. And Christine is like going, I don't know. What I should have done is I should have contacted Steve before I adiosed it, because that put us out, and I still need to order some. Actually, I was supposed to order some the other day, and I didn't. I think when I get upstairs, I'm gonna place an order for some. But you know, when it's like the Satan sauce too. You know, I know these are all fresh vegetables and fresh hot peppers and all the stuff that he's using, and I know JR10 was the same thing. What is the shelf life of stuff like that? You know, some people will jokingly say it's hot peppers. Even mold won't even consider growing on that. But, you know, I've maybe told you stories before. A freak-out woman here, you know, it's just like, go through the cabinet every now and then. It's like, oh, that's over a year. That's over a year, and I'm usually at 50% of what she throws out, I save and put aside for myself. I'm like, I'll eat it, you know. But I disagree with some things, like my buddy Greg. He's just like, oh, fuck that expiration date on milk. It's good for at least a week past the expiration date. I've had milk frickin' curdle before it was even at its expiration date, let alone a week or 2 after. Fuck that. But no. So Tony or JR10 Desert Gold, if either one of you hear me, I should just ask Tony. It's like, you know, like right now I have probably 12 bottles of Satan sauce on hand because I'm going through them so fast, and the only reason that the slowdown has happened is because of JR10 Desert Gold's sauce. I mean, I love them both, but I mean, they definitely have a difference. I mean, I seriously get that southwest theme going with JR10's approach to it, and it's awesome. It's very good. Anybody comes over and he wants to give it a whirl, I will, but I just don't know how long it's good for. I mean, I don't want to die while I'm dying. Steven, that's full-on BS that you can't pick up your own brass. If that's the case, I'd be shooting holes in the ceiling. You own the brass now, bud. I mean, that's the way it is on a lot of ranges. I mean, shit, every place that I can even think, I'm not 100%. Well, no, there's everywhere I've been, there's signs about that you can't pick up brass. And if nobody's looking, fuck that, I'm picking it up, man. It's one, especially in a situation like going out to the new range, the one by Island Lake that David Bunky hooked me and Christine up with. You bought your own brass and brought it out there, but again, I don't know the technicalities even up at dead on if you use a brass catcher. If it never fell to the fucking floor, I don't know what their complaint could possibly be. Steven, Serpico doesn't answer much in the means of social media, and it's a high chance they didn't see the video or even your reviews. I still got it. I mean, I really, yeah. They can just keep making them. Stormy Coyote, Brew Babe needs more whipped cream. Steven, there's my doctor. Oof. Hold my testicles and tell me to cough. Yet Christine watches these videos. How do you still have said testicles? Mine would be on a one-way trip to the water treatment plant. Oh, I got her. My doctor is now her doctor, and we both agree that she's hot. I mean, I'd watch. Yeah, ladies. DFC, the opening beer babe appears to have excellent flossing habits. Oh yeah, all the way up there. Brad Thomas, damn, that Super Pickle is a year older than me. Sharky, where are we? Home stretch? Oh yeah, we're in the home stretch. Sharky, caught up for now. Intro and Brew Babes are nice. MCK on the bench, good start. Well, that's because it's just not here in case I want to talk about it. It's here because it came down here with me, and it'll going back up with me. And when I'm sitting on the couch, it sits right there. And when I go to bed, it sits right there. And no, it's not the only thing. Since this whole pandemic bullshit, of course, my firearm of choice. Wow, I tell you, it takes about 3 frickin' seconds to make it look like your weapon was attacked by a dust bunny. Hey, look, Smile Money. Yeah, and he would have laughed if, that's the downside sometimes. I can't remember what setup I have, and it pushes it up against, it's actually not this gun. I have an extended mag release on something else, and when it's in the holster, it's so tight up against my body that if I sit down in the car just right, it pushes the gun against my side and pushes on the mag release button. And I've actually found the mag loose in it, which is probably why I can't remember, because I haven't carried that in a while. Sharky, that's an epic reaction on the Super Pickle. Made me spill beer and laugh out loud here in the kitchen. It's followed up by Gunwild saying Christine's laugh is so infectious. I love it. The two people that have the laugh that make me laugh is Christine and my friend Steve Schweitzer. So when Steve is here and the two of them start, one starts, the other one starts, and then it's like this energy machine, this laughter, repetitive energy machine. It was like Steve's got this hoo, hoo, hoo laugh, and then you got Christine, and the two of them, it's just like going, you too. Sharky, fucking Sharky. I used to be a 2-pack-a-day smoker. Lucky Strikes. Oof. I stopped 12 years ago when I finally woke up on my balcony in the rain. My little girl was 4 months away from being born. I stepped outside smoking the second I heard the wife was pregnant. But to share in the goodness, the wife was a smoker as I, but stopped instantly when she knew she was carrying. Mom is more of a trooper than I will ever be. Gunwild, I'm surprised you still are alive after mixing all those sauces together. Spontaneous combustion comes to mind. We lost?
No.
2 for Tuesday.
I'm not lost. I'm just bored. Plus, I was trying to look for those gloves.
You're bored? I got a little.
I've been cooped up in the house for 4 days.
I got a little game that involves some duct tape and some rope and a shovel and a hatchet.
What are we calling that? The anti-Jaja game? Yeah.
Yeah, you want to play the anti-Jaja game?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go get a shovel, some rope, a hatchet, some duct tape.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to grab me a glass? No, I'm just kidding.
There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there this time.
A couple of your fans were just commenting about you.
What?
Sharky from across the big pond, he said, as an epic reaction on the Super Pickle, you made him spill beer and laugh out loud in the kitchen. Because he usually watches this while he's cooking.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the alcohol abuse.
And Gunwild said that Christine's laugh is so infectious, I love it.
Yep. That was a surprise. That's twice now that you and John have gotten me. And this time Stephen Bush is in on it.
And just to clear it up, there was a I think it was Stephen Bush made the comment about me commenting about my doctor, saying that he'd have no testicles if his wife heard what I say. But I tried to explain to them that we both kind of agree that she is not ugly.
No. I think she's very pretty and she's very smart. And that's why I like her.
And she's so personable.
She is. You can tell that she genuinely cares. It's not like going through the step 1 of, 10 to get you in and out of the office.
Hell, I'd let her hold my testicles even if she's ugly because she's so nice.
Yeah, you would.
But I mean, what she is she's the epitome of what what you would remember is the days when the doctors had their bag and would go house to house and actually cared about people.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a machine.
No.
In that time, why did I switch doctors? Walk in, sit down, and then just start doing shit. Well, hey, hi, it's nice to see you. How have you been since last time I saw you, Doc? They don't give a fuck. In and out.
It's like cattle. Herd you in and herd you out.
She comes in, hey, Eric, how's it going? She remembers shit. It's like, I haven't seen you in a frickin' year, and you're asking me questions about a year ago. I mean, how many people does she see a day? How does she remember that shit?
They see quite a few patients a day.
Well, all I can say is if the medical system was filled with more real humans like her, we'd be better off. Because I remember one time, of course, jokingly, remember my surgeon on multiple occasions, the one that did the cancer.
Yeah, she's no longer there anymore, and I loved her too. She was with one of my favorite docs.
I know, and I told her, I said, you got to get out of here. She goes, what are you talking about? I said, I know that they've implemented a thing where your visits are based solely on the timer started. She goes, nobody's going to tell me how much time I can spend with my people. And then here we are, 6 months later, and she's gone. She was one hell of a surgeon. Well, actually...
She had a good bedside manner. She was smart.
Well, Kelly was the one that recommended her as my surgeon. That's the only reason that I ended up using her as my surgeon. She goes, she's really good. She knows her stuff, and she's a people person, and she was. But essentially wouldn't want a people person. They just want a dollar. They want someone to walk through the door. They can actually swipe your credit card right on the reader, right on their phone. Spend 30 seconds with you and get you on your way so they can get that new hospital built. Oh, did that come out loud? I'm sorry, I must be drunk.
Oh, I'm sure there's quite a few people that would
want to try this?
you. No, I don't want to try
Oh,
it.
yeah, you should.
Oh, it's contaminated.
It's contaminated. No, I don't think anything is living on this.
Oh, I'm contaminated.
MP Gunther 1 says 95th. Woohoo. I don't know. I don't know if that's a real number or not. MP Gunther 1 with the last comment before we go to the Two-Hearted Ed Club to the sunny slopes of long ago. That's what was in that thing. You said, oh, someone sent you something from China. We can't make a fucking sign in the United States.
We can. See, that's the thing that I hope that people will wake up and smell the coffee and realize that we as a nation need to be more self-sufficient and do and produce more things on our own and not rely so much on foreign and foreign trade.
You know, that's what I should do. If we get stuck in the house, I should buy some lumber and make here's to the sunny slopes of long ago, and then put Painty, put his ranch, paint the Painty Ranch on there. If I could get something that I could burn in the image of a horse.
It's not hard.
And then sell them. I mean, if I'm going to do this and I'm not making any money because I'm stuck at home, here's what would be really cool. If I was able to start making those, and 50% of all of the profit, half of it went to Mrs. Holster, and the other half of it went to my fucking wallet. Which means I'd be making about $1 a day. If I'm lucky. But, good God, I mean, nowhere when I play... Actually, what happened is when I placed the order for that, and it says that it qualifies for Prime, and then all of a sudden the date is like a month later.
It's not that hard to do that.
Oh, this isn't anything special. This isn't even
twine.
This is
to me that we look like rope.
This is just a piece of shit fucking plywood, 1/4-inch plywood, and it's a laminated. Basically, it's a sticker. It's just laminated on there. But I still appreciate having it. It goes there with Jack. Mr. Holster and Mr. Holster, the American flag. Oh, Scotsman's not up to the task of holding it. What I actually need to do is I need to put in another fastener and hang it right here. Oh, let's see, it might actually stay on this one right now. Want to get in on this?
No, I don't want to get in on this.
Dick, put your hands in my sack.
I've been cooped up in the house for 4 days. Are you really going to go there?
Well, here, maybe this is what you need.
I will shoot you in the kneecap.
Go out in the backyard. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, ATF, if you're watching, that's what I do all the fucking time. I'll send you videos.
I still think it's funny that all these people that never owned guns before that ran out to try to purchase guns are finding all kinds of excuse me, issues and problems with it. But what's going to be interesting is to see how long our short-term memory is going to go right along with that issue. Do you have any idea where you put those gloves? Wait, you look later?
I know they're not down here.
Are they in the garage?
So I've had that whole shelf torn apart, and I went on a mission one day to try to find them and never did.
Because I know it was like a whole box full.
Yeah. I'll look again. Why can't your business provide you with that?
Listen, they're on such a shortage, not just with our clinic and hospital, but everyone around the United States is on a shortage with masks and gloves and everything because people was like purchasing them as fast as like the toilet paper hole syndrome.
A worst case scenario, I have some fluorescent orange ones in my med kit in my truck, which that's what I'll be taking you to work in.
Oh, okay.
That's a worst case scenario.
Maybe I might have a pair in the
Just go grab a pair of those ones that go up to your and you can work all day long in that. Imagine typing on the computer.
Oh God.
Handling money, typing on the computer.
See, I don't even know if that'll even work.
You could bring one of my canister masks, so when the security people come in and out of your office, you're sitting there wearing gloves and a full-on fucking hazmat mask.
You know, my security guys would get a good kick out of that because most of them are vets. They would know exactly right off the bat.
It's laying right over there on the floor if you want to take it. Or I also might have packed one up in my
my to-go.
Oh, no. But I did put this in there. Yeah. Gerber.
Gerber used to make pretty good knives.
Used to?
For kitchen stuff. I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to.
That's a Gerber.
Okay, I'm done bothering you. Maybe we'll do something else.
Oh yeah, I did have a mask in my,
My bug out set or my get home setup.
Mm-hmm.
Could take this with you tomorrow.
extra
I gotta
filter.
take the super pickle with me tomorrow. I gotta show the girls how to work.
I don't think it go. I think it go over. It's going to go over a little different than if I walked into Superior Floor Care and walked up to Marie and asked if it was okay for me to show her my pickle.
Yeah, no matter which way you word that, you will be in trouble.
What do you mean, get the fuck out? I haven't even shown you the pickle yet.
Yeah. You'd be getting in trouble. Oh. I was looking for this too.
What is this?
The Canalasa spray.
Oh, I've been using it for breath spray.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that working for you?
Not so well.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
MP Gunther 1, Sig, Smith, Sig, and now Ruger. They're all having their issues. Oh, don't forget about Colt and the Python. Everything, all the videos I watched, you can give me one, but I would not give you a dime for the new Colt Python. I mean, people always say, hey, if you really want to carry the most reliable thing you could, carry a revolver. What can go wrong? And then I've watched at least 6 or 7 videos, including, and I apologize for even watching anything from Hick Dick 45. Fucking cunt. Yeah, he had fails during his review and didn't even realize, thought maybe they were light primer strikes, but they weren't. You watch the video and the cylinder does not advance. Okay, that brings us to the dun dun dun. Oh yeah, right. 5758. Brings us to the Two-Hearted Ale Club from the sunny slopes of long ago. And thank you, Justin. Well, MP Gunther 1, his comments were an hour ago, and now an hour ago, so he's actually not part of the club, but he says, I've been home making bull titties. I don't even... Okay. Hey, I want to say a big thank you to my little Sammy Poo. She is going to be responsible for some. Now, I apologize to you, all you Two-Hearted Ale lovers out there. I do like Two-Hearted Ale, but sometimes the grapefruit gets even a bit much for me. But my little Sammy Poo dropped me off a care package, something I have to review because it's from Castle Danger and I have never reviewed it. I have, on the other hand, reviewed the George Hunter Stout. It is excellent. 8%. The first time I had this, I thought it was going to be a seasonal release. And I was wrong. It has stayed in their rotation. It's not an imperial stout, but oh, it is a very... that's the one thing that bums me about Castle Danger, is that probably listening to my voice right now, J-Dog can get it, and Jolson could probably get it. And the rest of you, will not. And it's actually too bad, because one of the absolute favorite beers, if I had to pick a beer that would always be on availability in my refrigerator, would be the Castle Danger Cream Ale. It is just superb. And they had a raspberry stout, which was a growler only scenario, go up to the brewery. But this the George Hunter is incredible. So this is taking the stand-in for Two Hearted Ale. Smile Money, drinking again, I see. Well, enjoy. Spring is upon us. Mike, I'm here for the Two-Hearted Club time. Mike, Smile Money. Jolson, the Sunny Slopes Two-Hearted Club needs more cowbell and a basement pop. And I told you I'm all out of soda. Mr. Jolson again. I read that one. No, yeah, Jolson. Mr. Holster and Ed would enjoy a good basement pop. Well, I'm sure they would. Yet they'll have to settle with disappointment. Johnny Concho, too late to log in on the Double Shot Club? Nope. Gunwild, cheers, Two-Hearted Sunny Slopes members. Amos Walker, I'd say we have maybe 2 weeks before major societal breakdown if the idiots don't wake up and stop all the lockdowns and nonsense. You can't destroy civilization for less than 1% of the world population. Amen! Amen, my friend! Fuck! Oh, this was right at the end and you fucking throw this shit out there. No, exactly. And even Trump is now saying that. Jorn Trump. He's saying the ends don't justify the means. The cure is more dangerous than the disease. And of course they'll use that as an excuse to give more shit to fucking Trump because of Trump derangement syndrome. But if you want to see people like me and you totally get lit up and want at every opportunity to defy our fucking government, go ahead and tell me I can't go out that door. Go ahead and tell me I can't go anywhere. I mean, I've already basically been told I shouldn't go to Wisconsin, yet this morning, that's exactly where the fuck I went, and that's where I'm going tomorrow. The sheeple won't have a problem, Mr. Walker, but the rest of us, the people that actually think, I'm sorry, to tell me I'm a no-go is a no-go. You are 100% right, and no, you actually sound like Christine. This is going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better, and the more that they try to shut us down, the worse it's going to get. I mean, a lot of us, the bottom line is a lot of us are like, what exactly is going on? What is it that you don't want us to know that is happening when you say we have to stay where we are? You know, and the several people have actually made the comment that if we all just, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. I haven't heard anybody say this, but I'm gonna say it because I have a little hands-on with dealing with immunity and that kind of situation with what my little Sammy Poo went through. If we want to, every single time the fucking flu season starts to hit and we all want to climb into our little bubble, it's going to go from, Amos, It's going to go from a 1% scenario to a lot more. When you bathe in antibiotics and you use anti this and anti that, when you're anti soap and you're anti this, all these products, you are only hurting. We're only hurting ourselves. I'm sorry. There's a learning curve. It's called people will be lost, and it's a sad thing. I don't want to lose anybody. I mean, I'm in a situation right now where yesterday it certainly wasn't looking good for my friend Greg, and that would be one of the last things I'd ever want to happen. But if we lock ourselves in little tiny bubbles, everything. If I would have followed the doctor's orders with Samantha, I don't think she'd be where she is today. She'd be that pasty, fucking white, looking like you're a second away from death. If she even touches something, there's a fear that her system can't combat it. No, I let her grow up as the tomboy that she was, and if she got a fucking splinter, or if she cut herself and it looked like the infection was happening, we did what we do for anybody else: remove the splinter, clean the wound, stop the bleeding, pat you on your ass, and send you back outside to have fun with your friends. If we don't let our own bodies combat this, then we're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed to failure. That's all I have to say. Is we're just fucking doomed. I'm gonna hit the Stalker Steve button just one time. And in the time that I said that, Amos edited his thing. I'll just read it from start to finish again. I'd like to say that we maybe have 2 weeks before the major society breakdown if these idiots don't wake up and stop all the lockdowns and nonsense. You can't destroy civilization for less than 1% of the world population. More people die from... Oh, this is already added. More people die from traffic accidents than from this BS. But we're supposed to think that the world is coming to an end because of Corona. No, if you follow me, I've said this from the dawn of time. The CDC's own records show that last year, 57,000 people. Yeah, that's terrible. But we haven't been able to figure out the flu yet. 57,000 people died last year because of the flu. We didn't hear anything about it. Now the fucking coronavirus is doing what it's doing. Yeah, it's a shame. The only reason that anybody knows about it is because it's 24/7, and every government everywhere has bent over and taken a coronavirus right up their ass. It's a damn shame. But doing what we're doing is so wrong. 100% wrong. Stay safe.